If you're looking for PTC geocodes, including the latest set Lost Origin, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can use code OmniPoke for 5% off your order.
Hello everyone, it is Joe here from OmniPoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. Myself and Jack are trying a IRL setup. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally hopeful that we can be providing some decent content here. We're going to be trying out some of the big cards from Silver Tempest today, proxied up. I'm going to be playing the Regidrago sort of Dragon Toolbox deck, and Jack's going to be playing the Lugia with the Archeops engine sort of powering up its Pokemon. So we're going to do a quick breakdown of sort of what's in both of our deck lists, then we'll shuffle up, get some games in, sort of discuss how it's all gone. So the main card of my deck is the new Regidrago VSTAR. It has the Draconic Visions attack for 2 grass and a fire. You can choose the attack of a dragon Pokemon in your discard pile and use it as the effect of this attack. So we're hoping to, in this deck list, use the new Dragonite, which can be an energy accelerator of basic energies from the deck. We've got Duraludon, which gets you through walls. You got a Goodra, which is obviously that tanky Pokemon with Rolling Iron. We have a sniping attack from Garchomp. Flygon can hit into V maxes pretty hard as well. So that's sort of the plethora of dragon stuff we're trying to copy, throw these into our discard pile so that Regidrago gets rolling quite quickly. I've also got the V-Star Power Star Legacy that lets me discard the top 7 cards of my deck. Then I can choose any 2 cards from my discard pile and put them back into my hand. So that can really help us make some combos actually happen, because this isn't going to be the easiest deck to run. We've also got Greninja and Muse trying to help us out in the opening stages to draw some cards, and then just a ton of item cards ready to get things going. Lots of Bull Search just so we have lots of discard. We're also using the new supporter, both of us will be using this, the Serena supporter card, a real big upgrade to Boss's Orders, because it can act as a draw effect as well as a gusting effect. It's only to V Pokemon, benched Vs, that you can bring it into the active, but for the majority of the time that's what we're looking for anyway, so it's almost always going to be a helpful card, and it lets me have quite a cheeky support account of just these Serenas and the Gardenia's Vigor, which is certainly a questionable supporter. It's not done well just yet, but the awkward attack cost that Drago has means we're going to be seeing if it works today.
Yeah, and on the other side we've got the Lugia deck, the other sort of main archetype of the set. Lugia has the fantastic ability, or V-Star Power, Assemble Star, which lets you add 2 colourless rulebox Pokemon from your discard pile onto your bench. So we are going to be playing, obviously, the Archeops, full 4 count, just because, you know, we want to be discarding these as quickly as possible. Archeops lets you accelerate up to 2 special energy from your deck to one of your Pokemon per turn, which is really, really strong. That's how we're going to be setting up Lugia's attack, which is 220 for 4 energy, and you get to discard a stadium. So with things like the powerful colorless and that kind of stuff, we're going to be able to really push this into one-shot range, which is really cool. We've also got a Slacking V as like a secondary attacker as well. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with Archeops in terms of secondary attackers, but we're just keeping it simple for now and just having something with some big damage. The rest of the build is just sort of the standard additions. We've got the Crobat. Our Radiant Pokemon is going to be a Radiant Gardevoir, because with the new V-Guard energy, Lugia VSTAR actually becomes pretty tanky. And then we've got a Pumpkin and a Zigzag. And then just, again, lots of Ball Search cards, because the turns 1 and 2 of this deck are really important to get those Archeops in the bin and get access to Assemble Star. And then, yeah, again, the rest of the build is just really trying to be as consistent as possible. We're a colourless deck, so we get to make use of Sharon's Care, which really helps with the tank ability of Lugia. As well as Joe mentioned, Boss somehow getting an upgrade in that we now get to play bosses that can also be used for consistency and really work out very well with this deck, because again, help with the discard synergy. A couple of paths and then a plethora of special energy to boot to try and set up. So yeah, gonna be an interesting one. These are kind of the 2 biggest archetypes, I think, coming out of this set.
Yeah, possibly the Aleki can do some stuff as well, but obviously that's more of a bench sitter rather than like a main attacker.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting set. It doesn't feel like it's quite as impactful as some of the most recent ones, but things like Serena and stuff are really going to
Serena's massive.
Yeah, change the game in terms of sort of trainer counts, even if there's only 1 or 2 new Pokemon-based decks.
Yeah, I'm definitely more excited about the Lugia as well. I think that has a lot more benefits to it just on paper, I think, than the Drago. I think that's more of a hopeful archetype, obviously a throwback to Mewtwo and Mew Tag Team GX.
Yeah.
This means it's screaming with potential. Right now the list I've got hasn't got much one-hit KO, not playing the Giratina, so you can get crazier with your dragon stuff. but we're just trying to see if it actually gets online, attacks turn 2, that old chestnut,
Yeah.
and hoping that wins enough games.
For sure. So yeah, we haven't had too much IRL content on the channel. It's been a few years. We did have some old IRL videos, but obviously the old Tabletop Simulator wasn't always the best viewing experience, so we thought we would give this a go.
And
I'll
Jack's
take
always
tails. Yeah, I'll take a tails.
It's a heads, so I'll begin the game.
Alrighty.
Alright, I am missing a basic right now.
Okay, I have one. Cool.
So we're going to try and do some best of threes, get a good picture of both decks, how they function going first and second. Ideally it shows off the strength of the decks. And we'll try and get these against some more standard stuff as well.
Yeah.
'Cause, that's always more helpful than just playing against the brand new stuff. You've got to face up against the big boys in the format as well.
Yeah.
If you want to be a real competitor.
You've got to be able to compete with what's already doing well, and there's already some very powerful decks in Standard at the moment, so...
Alright, I have a Mew.
Cool.
Alright, good luck.
Best of luck.
I will draw. Okay. I have some interesting choices. I'm going to start with Incense. Let's take a look, see our one-ofs. We play lots
Yeah.
of one-of Pokemon so that we can take full advantage of the toolkit of
See
the
what
Drago.
Attacking options are available.
Yeah. Alright, that's not too bad. I'm just gonna grab a VSTAR and go back in. Another Incense. We'll grab Dragonite. Dragonite really turns this early game attack into basically you become like an Arceus player. Because the Energy Hurricane does 180, and you can attach 3 basic energy from your deck to your Pokemon in any way that you like. So in some ways, even better than Arceus. It can go on to anything.
Yeah.
But for the most part, at least in the list that I've built right now, it's probably just going on to other Dragos.
Yeah.
Let's conceal cards. Draw a couple. Alright. And I'm going to go for another Incense. A lot of these early. Let's go for the Goo. And this is a pretty big Mew here, because as you can see, I've got a lot of evolutions in hand, but
No Dragos currently.
no Dragos. So yeah, let's Mysterious Tail.
Yes.
We do play 3 VIP pass in here, as well as Quick Balls and Ultras, so it would be a big miss, and it is a big miss. Yikes. That's a really bad start for me. Okay. Just all non-helpful stuff here, unfortunately. So, I'm basically giving up the benefit of going first here. And will be very sad if I get Marnied as well. So, I will attach to Mew and just pass.
Okay. Let's draw a card. How do we want to do this? I think the first port of call is always going to be capturing out something.
One of the big benefits of Lugia is getting to use so many of these special energies. Capture energy gives you a silly amount of outs to get early Lugia Vs down. You have Quicks, Ultra Balls, the physical Lugias, and the captures. So it shouldn't be too difficult for Jack to get his own setup.
No, it's a great way of finding Lugias early, like you say. Okay, I'll grab a Gardevoir. I'm gonna stick a balloon on the Gardevoir. I'm gonna bench another Lugia.
Mm-hmm.
Let's belt the active Lugia, and do we want to? Tough decision. I think we have enough outs to be able to find another one. So let's go research.
Alright. both the Lugia and the Regidrago have good little basic attacks as well. You might be using it to end your turn.
Yeah, Read the Wind will probably be happening. I just need to work out exactly how it's going to be happening. I think it's this one, this one.
So clearly the priority of Lugia is get your Archeops in the discard pile. We're both trying to do similar things, really. I'm trying to get dragons in the discard, you're trying to get Archeops in the discard pile. And the way Jack's playing, I think it's going to be an Archeops that hits the bin to end his turn.
Indeed, we're going to be grabbing one of these Archeops. That was the other thing I wanted to check. So, in our even early testing, we did have one small best of 3 last night, and V-Guard Energy was a really, really impactful card, so that was what I was double checking there. The list is currently playing 2. And they were pretty big yesterday, meaning that both Lugia and Slacking were living hits that otherwise they may not have been able to. And yeah, I'm going to Read the Wind to discard a card and draw 3.
Sounds good. I'll draw. Naturally, the top deck's a VIP pass. Never heard that one before. Right, let's... I think I've got to start there. I can't attack anyway this turn. Let's... what do I want? I need to try and get multiple basics down, because you could be threatening VSTAR, Gust, KO, even with just one Archeops in the bin. So, almost definitely want to end my turn with this Muse still active. I think I start with Gardenias, just to draw 2. I won't be attaching any energy. Let's Concealed Cards Away a Grass. 2 more. It's a little bit more promising. Let's Mysterious Tale. Yeah, sorry. I'll yoink that one as well. So if I do this next turn, in theory, I can get some of this stuff back.
Yeah, the Regidrago's VSTAR power is a really, really good one.
So versatile.
Yeah, I like the complexity of it. There's going to be situations where sometimes it'll be 2 pretty standard cards, maybe some Ball Search or a Support or whatever, but sometimes it'll be like grabbing a specific energy card or maybe an extra card just to discard to be able to further down the line grab something else.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Ultra Ball, get rid of 2 of the most important dragons for me.
Nice.
This guy. What's my hand looking like next turn? That doesn't bode too well. I think this is going to be a Leafeon.
So one of Regidrago's biggest issues is getting that first Regidrago online. Once it gets into that Dragonite chain, it's actually okay, but one of the ways that we're trying to mitigate that is by playing a Leafeon so that you're able to either attach to 2 Regidragos or just get that additional attachment, because obviously Gardenia isn't the best of supporters, so being able to do it this way means that we can supplement the downsides of having to play Gardenia by getting an additional attachment here and there.
And realistically, if you go first and do hit that VIP pass, you can very happily turn attach, greening cells, and then you can ignore Gardenia, which is a really good feeling, because it then gives you the potential to Serena for Gust or Serena for Draw and Discard. Both are very beneficial for the deck. So even though I'm a turn slower here, it's basically what I would have gone for had my turn have been better on turn 1.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to Ultra Ball away that second Archeops, grabbing a VSTAR.
Yeah. That's what I'm fearing, Jack.
Okay, before I carry on, I am going to Assemble Star, grab 2 Archeops.
Yeah. Really, really strong effect. Thins the deck, gets you so much versatility. in terms of where to attach. We're even playing gift energy in the list so that you can have some Marnie and Roxanne proofing on your main attacker.
Okay, Primal Turbo 1 and 2.
So it's 2 energy being pulled directly from the deck onto one target here. So he's going to get
number
the
1.
new V-Guard energy and the double turbo to fulfill the attack cost straight away here for the first one. And Jack's already getting to work on his next Lugia as well. This time it's another guard energy, which is really clever, because now he's taking himself up to that 250 hit point mark on the bench, so I don't really have any easy Gust plays either with like Duraludon or anything like that.
We're gonna Serena's effect to bring up the Regidrago.
Even the Gust, this guy.
And yeah, so Stormwind is going to be doing 220, 250, minus 20, 230 for the knockout. Sorry, Storm Dive.
Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Right, we'll go mute. Let's draw for turn. Let's quick ball away VIP pass. And I certainly need to get some more Dragos, I think. If I'm ever going to attack this turn, we need a really good V-Star power here. It's possible, though. It's still possible.
For sure.
I already have Grass Energy in the discard pile, so I can even choose them to come back into my hand because I have a Gardenia's.
Yeah, I was going to say, a really good V-Star power actually isn't going to be the most difficult thing to come by because of just how versatile it is. You're going to be able to basically find any piece of the puzzle that you need.
So let's Star Legacy. We discard 7. And do hit a couple interesting things. And I get to take 2 things back. So I already have a supporter in hand with that Gardenia's Vigor. Currently don't have any Grass Energy, so I could easily just go double Grass here. I did discard 1 Energy Search, which is a problem, because I really wanted to hit that from the Mysterious Tail. But I think it probably just is going to be as simple as 2 Grass Energy coming back here.
Yeah, important to
really fall behind if I miss that now.
Important to note that Regidrago doesn't have to pick up cards that are discarded. You can pick up any 2 cards, so
yeah,
a price to pay, but you know it can be worth it for sure.
Did draw into the fire from the Gardenias, which is pretty big.
Nice.
Pop down another Drago as well. Let's Mysterious Tail now also. Sure, we'll grab a balloon. And I'll be going back into the deck because that Dragonite is looking like a good idea at this point. I think I want to continue to thin. No, I don't think I should. Let's just pay retreats. Bring up our Drago VSTAR. I'm just going to be hitting for 150 thanks to that V-Guard energy.
Yes.
With Dragonite's Energy Hurricane, but it means I can start getting to work on my next Drago on the bench.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do the full 2 and 1 fire.
Alright. So, have some options here. Our current Lugia on the bench is sitting at 240 damage, so we would need to Primal Turbo into the double powerful Colorless to be able to get the KO here, but I think that seems pretty favourable because I don't want Joe to be able to get into Rolling Iron and start getting out of range.
Yeah, that's the only other option I could have done that turn, right? I could Rolling Iron, try and stay completely out of range, but then if you do KO me, I basically never respond again.
Yeah, for sure. So I have to work out basically whether I want to try and take a KO here, or whether I want to try and take a KO elsewhere. And I think taking a KO here seems pretty strong. Oh, it's actually this because of the Guardi. So
That's 150, right? I do 180 base.
yeah, 150 and then Guardi.
Oh, Guardi. Yeah, true.
Okay.
Insane. Look how big he is. It's like a rolling iron inbuilt.
Yeah. Okay, let's start with Primal Turbo number 1, because I need to remind myself exactly how many powerful colourlesses I have access to. Okay, so we've only got one, so I'm just going to attach one powerful colourless using the first Primal Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be going back in momentarily. In fact, we're gonna want to be attaching this. So no, I will attach a second energy because we're going to be Sharon's caring this turn, I think.
Oh, Jack.
So let's grab ourselves a gift energy. I think
Sounds reasonable.
really nice way of trying to keep away from Roxanne's and Marnie's and stuff, which I don't think will be too prevalent, but good for other matchups for sure. Yeah, and then we're gonna Sharon's Care the active.
Huge combo. Similar to Arc Intel, you can take great advantage of this with such great acceleration from the deck. You do, of course, have a limited number of Archeops. As you said, you're already running low on powerful colourless, so the sort of next Lugia does come a little slower sometimes, but
Yeah.
the tempo you've gained from this is massive. You've got to pick up your belt as well, which is just going to help you get over the line here.
Yeah, gonna pop that V-Guard back on the bench as well, just so there's no great gusting targets. Yeah, we'll use the second Primal Turbo just to, again, get a little bit of additional energy here and there. Okay, just gonna have a capture energy.
Okay.
Alrighty, so with that, Storm Dive is going to be able to take the KO. So yeah, we're going to Storm Dive for another couple of prize cards.
290, very dangerous. And I am really starting to fall behind here. Let's go with Mute. Let's VSTAR up. Quick ball away of VIP. Let's grab another Regidrago. I think that's the way we're doing things. That's Mysterious Tail. Take a VIP. Finning them the old-fashioned way. Well, actually, the new-fashioned way. I've got Serena to help me do it. So let's balloon up. I've already got Gust targets, so I may as well put another Drago down at this point. Now, Serena, the first effect, discarding a Battle VIP pass to draw 5. Boss can't do that, that's for sure.
No, I was going to say, Serena's a really, really interesting card. It's a great improvement to Boss, and I actually really like the fact that it only targets Vs, because it means that, one, when we move into that EX era, we have that they're naturally pushing EXs a bit more by making Vs a bit weaker. But two, it also helps push these single prize archetypes, which is pretty cool. As well as, again, just not being a dead draw in the early turns, whereas a Boss usually would be, if not necessarily a dead draw because you can stall behind it, but you know, this actually draws you cards and gets you to your goals. So yeah, a really nice improvement to Boss, I think.
As questionable as this is to only play 8 supporters, because 4 of those can turn into gusting effects, it's sort of like allowed now, which I think is big.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're really hoping that Jack just misses Gust for a long time. I'm just going to retreat and come in with a rolling iron.
Yeah. I do have a Serena in hand.
What a twisty twist.
So
well played.
we will quickly wrap that one up.
Yeah, really good display of Lugia there. Obviously, I missed a turn,
Yeah.
but even then, I could put some pressure into the Lugia that you Sharon scared up, but I wouldn't have KO'd it anyway with just what was in my discard pile. Had I just like had a really good Drago start. Little unfortunate to miss from Greninja and Mew. Any quick ball or
Yeah, there was
VIP pass.
so many outs, which is unfortunate. Cheers.
Yeah, we're playing 3 Ultra, 3 VIP, and 4 Quick Ball in the list. One of the downsides of the Drago build we've got at the moment is no hand disruption whatsoever, no Roxanne, no Marnie. Could easily see it coming into the deck list, but I'm so sus of the deck working that I just want to see how these heavy Gardenias go in the first place. So
Yeah.
maybe it does work out that little bit more often, because you can see how hard it is to get working. But I think both decks are on good display there. You got the double Archeops, turn 2. Got to use Sharon's. Pretty much everything was clockwork there for you.
Yeah, it all lined up. Early Serenas meant that we didn't have to do too much digging or anything. I was able to target stuff. Have to see if this time, assuming you're going first, whether having a little bit more pressure actually means that I have to work a little bit harder in keeping up.
Yeah, still think those Guardian Guard energies are going to be pretty big for you, but we shall see. Alright, I've got the Mew start again. Love to see it. I'm playing 3 copies of Mew.
I'm only playing 1 copy of Pumpkaboo.
Alright, good luck.
You too.
Okay, it's going to be a similar start.
Yep. Seen this before, I think.
Have a look. I only play 3 of them, not the 8 that it looks like.
Yes.
So let's just grab a Drago VSTAR to kick things off. And then it is going to be mutate the wheel for me to actually do anything this turn.
Yeah.
I would feel very sad if I'm going to miss this another
time round.
But here we are. Can't thin anything else out the deck. So let's give it the big mysterious tail.
Plenty of outs.
That's what I tell myself, Jack. Love to see it.
That's an out. Hopefully there's some okay cards to discard as well.
I can discard this, certainly.
That's a nice one. Yeah, the Dragonite really reminds me of that Solgaleo that the Mew Mew deck used to play, which was a really, really big piece in, like you say, it was usually the first attack that Mew Mew used to be able to then set up that second attacker. So yeah, I really like the Dragonite that they've introduced in this set for this deck.
It's a really important card, right?
It's actually the only attacker that we're playing 2 of as well. That's how important it is.
Yes.
The rest are all to playing 1 of, so...
Yeah. Another reason why I play the Evo Incense, the Dragonite is so important just to hit. It's normally the first attack you'll use, and that sets you up to then use the more powerful attacks later.
Yeah.
A lot of the more powerful dragons have discard or lost zone or other detrimental effects, especially with energy cards.
Yeah.
So I will just pass it over to you now.
Okay. That's a great top deck, to be honest. Okay. I'm going to be quick balling away an Archeops to kick things off.
Always good.
And again, I'm going to take note of a couple of things in here. Not going to do the full-on deck search, but I am going to check how many V-Guards, double turbos, and powerful colourless I have access to, because they're the 3 main ones I think that all have real importance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to be grabbing a Lugia, of course. So we're going to be doing this, and this. We can hold this, or we can just burn it and draw 5. Okay. I don't mind guaranteeing this for next turn, so let's hold this. Let's... okay, yeah. Let's shuffle up. And we will get an energy attachment on, which is going to be really important considering we started this Pumpkaboo, because my Archeops's next turn probably are going to have to be used somewhat on paying retreat, which is a real shame. I think Pumpkaboo will probably act as a great wall, so I think I can hopefully get rid of a Sharon's Care here and draw 4 with the Serena.
Serena already pulling its weight massively in the games we've already shown,
Yeah.
so that's why we're so high on this card.
Yeah, I do think it's genuinely one of the best cards, if not the best card, that we've got coming out in this next set. I'm going to quick ball away another Evo Incense.
Oh, do you not?
Or an Evo Incense.
You've prized 2 Archeops, Jack? Crazy.
Oh, actually, yeah, I can
Do you want to fin it?
I can be grabbing an Archeops, but I have prized some. Instead of, do I want to do that instead? I'm just looking at whether I want to hold you. No, okay, yeah, I can.
So incense
right,
for the
I can't be doing
Archeops, then
this.
discard it. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a second Lugia again. Haven't seen, assuming no knowledge. Haven't seen any amazing gusting options on the following turn. But
I have no energy in
regardless.
play.
Yeah.
So I think the only way I'm doing it is from Gardenia.
And yeah, just gonna be passing it over. No
Okay.
reading the winds this turn.
I've once again topped it to VIP pass. This is true content. Right. It's going to be what I'm hoping is a very heroic VSTAR power. I really need to hit some energy from this to have lots of discards. So let's flip that marker.
Here we go.
Star Legacy. 7. And we do hit some energy here. It's promising. Definitely promising. So I have access to all of this stuff here. Obviously want to keep the Dragonite in there. Honestly, it might just be both energy that I take here, fire and grass. I would have potential Mysterious Tail plus Gardenia drawing 2 to hit another grass energy. Oh no, I have to hit the grass energy first, so I could conceal cards and Mysterious Tail. But then I would need to hit 2 things. I have that as well. So I think we're definitely going grass energy. That's always happening. I think I just go grass and fire, actually.
Yeah, I
because
like it.
I've got Training Court in hand as well, so I can conceal cards and just get it back for free.
Seems pretty good.
Getting rid of 2 Dragos is a bit sus, though. Hoping that they win me the whole game is quite worrying. We don't play any Pokemon Recovery. Can I even get away with that play? I guess I kind of have to. Just hope that I can tempo out with 2 big Dragos. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because... Oh, it's rough. Okay, right. I am going to start with Concealed Cardsing for 2 cards. And that's brilliant. Okay, we've hit Energy Search and Grass Energy straight away, which makes this whole thing a lot easier.
That's very, very good.
That's a really big cringer.
Yeah.
So we can do this, and now I just need to still try and power up another Drago, ideally. So let's play our Gardenias for 2, and we can attach 2 grass to our VSTAR. Turn attach a fire, and we can quick ball away a VIP pass. So it's all worked out in the end. It was a little dicey, but we're getting our Drago. I think the only thing that's a little bit wonky is I've only got Dragonite in there at the moment, which is going to be good for this turn, but it gets... I'm going to need more than that if I'm going to be able to overcome these Lugias. So... let's now Mysterious Tail. And we will grab... Air Balloon, I think.
Seems useful.
Don't know why I'm shuffling, because we're going back in. Let's up and away. think I want to do anything else. Let's Draconic Visions, Stealing, Energy Hurricane. To once again go from a 0 energy board to a 6 energy board.
Yeah, when it goes, it goes. It's pretty good.
And take the prize, of course, Jack.
Oh yes, taking a prize card. Alrighty. We drew a gift energy. That's not really what I wanted to draw, considering I'd already had an attachment for the turn.
Yeah, we've thought about Oranguru in the Lugia deck just so that you can draw more energies and like Sharon's Care and put energy back into the deck to Archeos it back out. So
Yeah.
I think definitely a consideration card in the list right now for us.
Capture.
Yep.
We already have a Lugia out, but I'm going to grab a Slacking here, I think.
Oh, big Slacking.
And then I'm also going to assemble Star before we go for the research, just because I really don't want to draw many of these energy cards. So yeah.
Has the similar Vikabulu feel where you can thin your deck of all those clunky cards.
Double turbo.
Power of your attackers, but also means that when you are drawing cards, you're getting so much more value out of them. It's currently got 1 powerful active, so I feel like he's going to be making a push this turn as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to grab double powerful for the first one.
Very strong. So now I've got 1 Drago against the world, is what you're telling me.
Yes.
And I don't think that's going to do enough.
Am I going to grab V-Guard and the 4th powerful
Oh!
and attach to the monkey?
Because Slacking does a base of 260, right? So
yes.
That powerful gets you there for future turns, and you're up to 260 effective hit points right now. What a beast.
Yeah, really, really cool card. That was the second
yep.
as well. So yeah, we've done our turn attach, so we're just going to research. Okay. Alright, let's evolve this benched one. And let's also stick a balloon on an Archeops.
Sure.
Seems good. And yeah, we will Storm Dive, taking the knockout here.
How rude. Okay. Well, it is looking quite bleak here, this 1 Drago against the world strategy. Let's start with the Mysterious Tail. We'll grab an Ultra Ball. Yeah, that Legacy Star just hasn't helped me out too much. Let's shuffle up. Unfortunately, Dragon's attack costs are all so awkward that despite me playing all these other ones, I don't have the energy to use the Garchomp or the Flygon.
As they are.
Because they have their own weird little gimmicks, don't they?
Yeah.
Weird energy costs.
Additional flavours.
So I'm going to go Training Court, grab back a Grass, and just conceal cards it away.
Sure.
That's gone about as well as I could have hoped. We can Evo Incense, grab the Goodra, Ultra Ball Goodra, and Duraludon away. So we've got the attacking suite ready to go. It's just I don't think they're going to be doing enough. Let's grab, I guess Garchomp's the most helpful card at this stage. Just to discard that with Quick Ball now. Let's just grab a Mew. Out of the deck. But yeah, the V-Star power was kind and cruel at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a problem for us. we can go V-Star. I'm just going to retreat and yoink that rolling iron attack. I'll try and get my dragons on display here.
Full suite of 200 as well.
The full suite, yeah, no defense mode cards on your guy.
Okay, so Jonah has effective 360 HP, and I think even with the size of slacking, we're not going to be able to get there. So it's probably we're probably going to be looking at having to two-shot through this thing, which is realistically fine.
Yeah, the problem is that's a big issue for me.
Yes. Because we're having to two-shot through this thing, pretty sure I like the look of just serenaing away a couple of these dead cards and trying to draw some other things. Let's start off with a Primal Turbo. Like you say, always a good way to filter out some of the excess energy in the deck.
Yeah, weirdly, turn attaching becomes an afterthought for the deck.
Yeah.
Basically after turn 2.
A Capture and a V-Guard are going to go on this Lugia. And Turbo number 2 is going to mean I can access another capture here.
Sure.
To the slacking. Actually, I think we're going to be going back in. Let's Ultra Ball away. An Air Balloon. I think we're just going to get rid of Acrobat at this point.
Flaunting the draw options that you have.
Grabbing an Archeops. Because we're going to be able to do this. To draw a couple of cards. Yeah.
Yep.
No, they are definitely in the bin.
Happy
These are
days.
getting shuffled. And then we're going to be going for Serena. Oh, I also have a turn attached. Let me do this. And then Serena.
Sure.
Gonna get rid of Amani and an Archeops for 3 cards. Okay. Okay.
And my presumption is if you have a Serena, you have another one in hand as well, which is quite a worry.
Okay, so I'm just going to be using Storm Dive again for just the 200 damage, but we'll also be getting rid of the Training Court.
Still plenty. Alright, I will draw. Let's switch. We are at Panic Stations. That's Mysterious Tale. VIP pass is certainly a target I can take. So I don't think I've seen any double turbos from you yet, have I? No. No double turbos in sight. Oh, sorry, that's to my hand. Let's go into another Mew. Ooh, Energy Search, just grab the grouse straight away. Will concealed cards for 2. Yeah, that's not really very helpful, is it? I will just pass my turn.
Okay. Draw. We do indeed have the other Serena to be able to bring up the
I concede at
Regidrago.
this stage,
Yeah.
as I have no more attackers.
Yeah.
I could power up a Leafy on V. Does that bring any fear to your heart?
Does that
Or?
strike fear?
Yeah.
in you? Should we have one more?
I guess so. Yeah, I'll try and go first again and see if things go well. I've gone first every time, and Lugia seems to be blowing me back every single opportunity.
Yeah, Lugia's pretty scary.
Definitely seems like a real threat. The fact that it can reach 280 quite happily with those powerfuls and the belt. The slacking is a big follow-up as well that we're trying out, because you're playing some Path of the Peaks as well as whenever you're on odd prize cards, the ability just doesn't matter anyway, so that can also be good.
Yeah.
Slacking could even one-hit KO a VMAX Pokemon if you really push everything towards him.
Yeah.
So that's a
Very
decent tech you
versatile.
could put in.
Yeah.
I know someone already commented that we could have Auroras, and then the floodgates really do open.
Yes,
So
I
what we
was
could
thinking
have.
that with Archeops, there really is every tech attacker you want accessible.
Yeah.
The thing is that like the colorless energy that you get to play are just so good. It's actually difficult to find a space for Auroras because captures are so good in the early game. The powerful colorless, like you mentioned, and the V-Guard energies are just really, really strong. And the double turbos are just sort of a means to an end, to be honest, just because, you know, sometimes you do need an additional attachment, or if nothing else, they're really good ways of finding retreat options.
Yeah.
For
I think the Guardi has 2 retreat as well, right?
I can't remember, but
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, it's a nice way of being able to access searchable switching outs, because it means that we get away with just playing 2 balloons, which is really nice.
Cool. Right.
Alrighty, let's try again.
We're really trying to show Drago in a good light, but this is the deck.
Yeah.
What else can you say? Alright. So this time we've started with Garchomp, which means I can't attack with it, but it's not all bad, because it has free retreat.
Yeah.
So I will draw for turn. And the hand is looking much better than our last few, to be fair.
Good.
I already have a VIP pass. To
You
kick
do
off
play
the
those.
game. I play 3, in fact. Doesn't always seem like it. We're going to go and grab a Drago and a Mew. Kick things off.
Seems pretty good.
I'll be going back in as well. Let's e-search for a fire energy. Then we'll retreat into the Mute, and let's have a peek at some more cards. Take a second. We'll grab Ultra Ball, and I'll go back in with Quick Ball. Let's discard the fish. I'm going to grab Leafeon. So this is ideally what Leafeon's here to do. It means I can bench a Drago, turn attached to it, end my turn on a Greening Cells, which means I'm threatening Serena, both in a drawing sense, but also if I want to Gust, although I probably won't with the Lugia in the active currently. I can chase down Jack's Lugia and maybe get the first hit in on it.
Yeah. Okay, so I also have a pretty flexible hand here, which is great. I'll draw a Crobat, which is a bit awkward because I want to save Crobat for the late game push, but let's take a quick look at what we have access to.
I hope you're not already thinking about the late game, Jack. First comes the early game.
Let's just come the early game. Let's grab one of these.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get rid of these.
Sure.
Could grab and bin another Archeops. I actually have great basic search in hand already, so that might be what I do, to be honest. What do we have? We have the Quick Ball plus a capture. Realistically, what else do I want? Lugia. Maybe a Guardi. Yeah, pretty sure I don't need masses of search right now. So
Look at
let's
this.
do this. Grabbing a Lugia
Insane.
and then capturing
Very nice.
a Guard of War onto the board. And managing to thin 3 Archeops as well.
Insane.
Which is going to mean, hopefully, slightly better draws.
It's always one of the downsides of like these sorts of effects, like Talon Flames and whatnot.
Yeah.
You're only ever expected to get 2 outs, right? So the extras are just here, so you see them early, but then become that useless fodder later. Simply
Yeah.
just VIPs, really.
So yeah, Crobat's going to get discarded this time around in favor of a research. And yeah, pretty simple turn here. The best card to discard with Read the Wind, or is our hand just too good to draw 3 cards?
That's not too good, is it, Jack? That really does scare me.
How many in hand? You got 4?
I have 4.
Okay, I think I'm going to play the path.
Sure. That is a good hand you've got there.
Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to pass.
Wow. Terrifying stuff. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. I could go for that line right now. Let's Ultra Ball away Duraludon and Grass.
Yeah, so playing the path was something that was a little bit scary to me, just because it obviously turns off the Guard of War, but I'm hoping that it also slows down you being able to assemble, considering there's a... Oh, not assemble, legacy. Hoping that your small hand size is something I can lean on a little bit, though. Perhaps not.
Let's try the tail.
Let's see what the
tail
Mew
brings.
has.
Let's take Air Balloon. The problem with me going for this tempo Duraludon play, even if I had it opened to me, is that you have the option of just getting 2 Archeops going quad powerful, and my board state is terrible again.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a play I can necessarily go for regardless. As it happens, I do have a Stadium Bounce. I do have this balloon now. We can evolve up.
Very, very strong hand.
So it's all gone well. Let's Legacy. Throw 7 more into the bin. That's huge.
Some huge cards
Dragonite
there.
and Goo there, which is monstrous.
And access to
more treats.
Either supporter without Luminion is also really good.
Yeah. I think I want just those 2 things. And then I play that for that. I think we got to go Quick Ball as one of our targets. Maybe it's just Quick Ball Gardenia instead of Serena here. Yeah, okay. We'll just take those. But it does mean the suite of dragons that I want is all in here.
Yeah, that was a huge legacy
can go
there.
Well.
A really, really strong legacy star there.
Let's Training Court back the grass. Let's Vigor for 2. And sure, I'll attach. Let's say it's from the effect of Gardenia to make me feel better. And I can quick ball away Serena. Grab that Drago. We're going to do the classic play. Coming into the active. Stealing Energy Hurricane for 160.
All right.
So I think this is the first game where it's the first game I've hit a Lugia, right? I attacked
Yeah.
first last game, but hit into a Pumpkaboo.
This is true.
This is more potentially threatening.
This is
But
true.
we'll see. Yeah, pretty fortunate for me to have the Stadium Bounce there. I actually still could have attacked, but it would have been the Duraludon attack with the Stadium staying in play.
Yeah.
Which I think puts me in a really bad spot, because just imagine this Drago's not here. And if you then find your Pumpkin or whatever, I'm in a huge lot of trouble.
Huge spot. Okay. Couple of options here. What's the best line to take? 2-card hand is, again,
I did quick ball away Serena, if that helps.
yeah. And you always have the Mew backup to be able to draw anyway, so we can do this. This, and this. That's not quite enough. We can do this, discarding some bits and bobs here and trying to... Tough turn, very tough turn, very tough turn.
I'm glad. Hmm.
260. 260.
Jack's brain is
Ah.
expanding.
This is a really tough call. This is a really tough call. Potentially giving up these first two prizes could be game losing for me here, but maybe just taking a small hit is still fine. So we'll go for the active. We'll go for the active, and we're
Okay.
gonna be VSTAR
Yeah.
powering for a couple of the Archeops here.
Yeah.
Yeah, next up we're going to be Primal Turboing. So, we have the option to take the KO, but it does mean sacrificing basically 3 powerful colourless.
Yeah, these are really important resources for Jack. Not just for one turn of tempo, but if it goes on to like a V-guarded Lugia, it's more likely to stick around for a couple turns. So you can see why Jack's sort of debating a little dink.
Alternatively, we
No.
can still do this. Okay.
You could still go halfway house maybe and hit Belt Zigzagoon or something like that as well. Jack does have some sneaky plays up his sleeve. Could find a way to retreat into another V-Star as well. Lots of things he can do.
Need to do this turn. So I need one more energy from the turbo.
Sharon's Care would be my nightmare, Jack. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It's a V-guard though. So just one attachment on that second Archeops.
Yeah, just the one. It is going to be a Sharon's Care here.
Oh my word!
I was just working out the way to triple check the deck had enough powerfuls for me to be able to do this, because I have drawn double powerful here.
I see. I see the headache now. And what a dangerous attacker this is. It's effectively, with the V-Guard and the Gardevoir, a 330 hit point Pokemon hitting 280.
Yes, that
with
is
no downside.
huge. huge.
Lugia is very, very dangerous.
Yeah, we're going to be storm diving and yes, get rid of the training court and take a couple of prize cards here.
What a big turn. What
Yeah.
a big turn.
The flexibility, like you say, the flexibility of Lugia being kind of in that defense mode whilst also being a really, really aggressive attacker is something that I think is going to be very difficult to deal with for some decks.
Mainly this one.
Including but not limited
Like even
to...
if I had Giratina in the deck at this stage, I wouldn't be doing anywhere near enough, right? So
No, you'd still need 50, so we still need to play things to supplement that.
let's Mew. Let's grab Incense. Am I allowed to play this Incense is the question. What's here and what's gone? Yeah, let's play it. Let's grab Dragonite. Let's bench Greninja and Serena, discarding a Dragonite. I've used this. Let's concealed cards for 2. Let's Ultra Ball away. VIP and Ultra Ball. Let's grab another Drago. Let's Training Court. Attach the fire. And I'm going to come in and Rolling Iron for a measly
150.
150.
Okay, so yeah, I'm really not going to be able to KO this in return, even with going all in on this, because the initial damage is too low. So this is still probably going to be a 2-shot here. So because of that, I'm going to have to think about where this next Primal Turbo goes. Okay. Tough call. Definitely going to be... let's pop this on here, actually. Air Balloon.
Sure.
So Storm Dive is going to be doing 200. Probably going to be Rolling Ironing again, so I'm going to need to be doing 160 next turn.
Proper job attacks, Jack, please.
Yes.
No messing around.
No messing around. We're going to Powerful Colourless here. The other option is trying to go for double Serena, but I like trying to pressure this Regidrago a bit. So let's look at doing that. There's a real issue with the cards in my hand, meaning that I can't really research. So yeah, we're going to Turbo here. Just going to grab a V-Guard and a double Turbo.
Yep.
And we're going to pop a Slacking down.
Uh-oh.
Cheers.
The big slack. Cut me some slack.
We're gonna go for a gift and a capture there.
Sure.
I'm going to research away a pumpkin, a zig, a capture, and a Serena.
I see. If you're abandoning the double Serena plan, you're allowed to research.
Yeah. You also hopefully
What's
still
left?
have plenty of
Is
Serenas.
this part of your deck?
Uh,
Or part of your hand?
yeah, that was part of the... Okay.
Yours, right? Yeah.
Okay, let's let's just storm dive for. Actually, we can do one more action this turn. Not that I think it's hugely necessary, actually. And I'd rather hold this and be able to do this next turn. So yeah, we'll just do the 200 with storm dive here and get rid of the court as well.
Right, let's incense for no targets. Let's energy search for a grass. Swing a grass on. And I don't think I have any other plays. So I think we're the ironing board again.
Okay. Send up our free retreater.
Yeah.
Grab a Lugia here.
Yep.
Primal Turbo number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hand size.
I have 3.
Very much dictates the rest of the turn. Okay. Despite you having 3, I think I'm still gonna Marnie here.
I'll get ready then.
Yeah, Marnie.
Okay.
Okay. Let's also put one of these on here.
Mm-hmm. The hunk of monk.
And yeah, we're gonna storm dive.
Way too much. Alright, you may have noticed with my evolution incense fail that we might have a problem on our hands, Jack. I'm gonna quick fall a VIP pass away. Grab Flygon. Problem being I didn't take one off the prizes either.
An additional problem.
Might need to think about playing 4 copies of the Drago, similar to how the Zoroark deck has to play 4, just because of your VSTAR power.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a debate to have here. In this case, it wasn't the VSTAR power that did it, it's you just knocking out all my guys, but... Let's... Mysterious Tale. That's a real shame. Right, let's grab Switch.
Maybe just an ordinary rod in general would
Ordinary
be good.
rod as well, yeah. I also prize a lot of my energy. Fortunately, I was able to take those from the prize cards, so that's not been a big problem. But Lugia taking out my stadium has been very annoying.
Yeah, Lugia inherently winning Stadium War means it actually gets to play a really low count of stadiums and still know that it's going to win the Stadium War in the late game, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to tail again. Sorry, I'm just thinning my deck as much as possible because I only have the grass energies that I took from my prize cards that I can draw into from this Gardenia. To do anything here. Problem is, my win conditions really are thin. I can't even try and stall you with my deck so small. So I think my best case scenario is going down fighting. But you have 1,000,000 damage anyway. So I think at this point it's going to have to be a concession. I would have been able to launch a VSTAR attack had I had one.
Yeah.
But I think the way it's at, your hand size is massive as well. I don't think it would be much to ask for you to just gust next turn or get a Path to the Peak slacking KO anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't have gusting, but I top decked the Serena. But yeah, I had Path Sharon to be able to at least play for another turn.
Oh yeah, plenty. So what do you think after that best of 3? How does Lugia feel for you?
Feels really, really good. I think there's definitely you can definitely get some awkward hands with it. A lot of the early turns, early Serenas and researches can be a bit awkward. Only having 4 powerful colourless means that you have to be really careful with them. Like you say, they're a really, really important resource. But the fact that you're able to become sort of switch into this tanky mode means that you can quite happily fight a 2-shot war against things, which is really, really good. So I think there's a really good amount of aggression and sort of being able to be defensive as well. Looks like a very, very threatening deck, to be honest.
Yeah, I think for Drago, it might be back to the drawing board to see what happens. I feel like definitely if Lugia is going to be this another punching bag type deck in the format, maybe this deck needs to play its own Gardevoir, sacrifice Greninja, maybe go towards Big Barrel or something as an alternative line for the deck. If you play Big Barrel, you can play other supporters other than the Gardenia. Although Gardenia did come off, you know, I attacked it a couple times.
Yeah, it was pretty successful.
So in terms of getting that turn 2 hit, it's big. The constant battle is going to be the more you put in to make the Drago stronger, the weaker your deck actually becomes. Because you have so many random just like Pokemon that don't do anything until they hit the discard pile. So there's going to be an internal struggle with Drago. I think it's more going to be a lower tier fun deck with a lot of options.
Yes.
But there are still things to like. You have tanking, you have wall breaking, so you can cause issues to some of the more fringe decks in the format. Yeah,
I think that's going to be one of the big things. I'm pretty sure it's going to be able to be really, really good at cleaning up a lot of the lower tier archetypes because of how versatile it is. A lot of these other archetypes that maybe are also not breaking into tier 1 or whatever because they're a bit slower or a bit more inconsistent. Regidrago will probably be more versatile than those, so therefore will have the upper hand against, like you say, some of the more fringe stuff in the format.
Brilliant. Well, great start. I was really impressed by the Lugia. Looks like you were too. I think that is going to be one of the higher tier threats in the game.
Definitely.
The Drago, definitely one for the dreamers out there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some more games in later. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.